Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 1 year ago today I did this small engine startup, and we're going to do it again a year later. Birds are chirping, sunny day, just got home from work, same shit all over again. Here we go, just put a little bit of gas in that thing. We'll see if my mower is going to start. For all you cranker wankers out there, this is going to take a lot of pulls and a lot of hell to get it started, because it always does. I'm going to apologize in advance if you can't hear me too well, because I'm going to be, way far back from the camera. I'll try to talk louder. And of course the wind noise and whatever other ambient noise, beg your pardon. Anyway, here we go. Just put some gas in it, only a little bit. Hopefully it'll be enough. See if there's oil in her. Maybe not. Maybe not enough. Yeah, I think we're going to add a little bit, just to be on the safe side. Shouldn't take much. That'll do fine, or even more than fine. Like they say, if a little's good, well, that's got to be better. Fuck you! You did see that, right? Cool. Wiggle the spark plug wire. And everything else looks good. Fast, we'll prime it. Plenty. Pull this slow, make sure we have compression. We do. Yes, we did it! She runs again! That was amazing. It never starts that easy, but it always just barely putters over like that until it gets going. All right, I'll leave that run for a minute, and then we'll get the next one. Lewis's old snowblower. I tried using this, but there's a problem with I forget what you call them now. Like they call it like the shoes or shoe plate or some crap on the bottom. I'll show you quick. Bring my gas can just in case you need it. If I try to push it, it rubs, so I gotta check the little thingamajobbers. I think they're just worn out and shot, but I know you can try to adjust them if need be. Anyway, this ran in the winter, but because it's so hard to drag around, I didn't end up using it, and we had so much damn snow, the snow blowers, both of them would have been useless, so that's that. We got fuel. So, just wiggle the spark plug wire just in case. Okay. Check for compression. Oh my. Wow. We lost a bolt somewhere. Not supposed to do that kind, so. Oh, that's close. This is always also a bitch to start. that's about how it runs. It kind of skips and putts and does its thing. Okay, we got leftover last year's old stale fuel in there. Wiggly wiggly. There's definitely fuel in the carb because this primer button actually works. Hook up the uppy defeat. Nice compression. That's what I'm talking about. I love that kind. Last year it started installed. This year we got her in one pull. Okay, here's my 2-cycle snowblower. I just had to shuffle some gas around and all kinds of crazy stuff with all the gas cans and mix up some more 2-cycle because it's kind of out. Now this one seems to work okay, but it wasn't running right in the winter. It ran for, oh, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through, and then it started sputtering and wanted to stall and just didn't want to run right. Maybe this year I'll have to clean the jets in the carb and see if that'll do anything. This being a 2-cycle, it's going to be a lot of pulling and a lot of swearing. Full choke. Okay. That warm up a minute. If I try to take the choke off, it goes to stall. Okay, I managed to get the choke off, but it's still not running right. I got to keep hitting the primer button to make it run, and that's definitely not right. You don't want to do that while the engine's running. So there's definitely an issue I got to address this spring or summer or whenever, hopefully before next winter. If I'm really lucky, I'll get a real snowblower by then. Hey, here's my little 33cc 2-cycle weed whacker. Put fresh gas in that because it was empty. Start like any 2-cycle would be, but she purrs pretty nice. Hey, here's Lewis's 25cc 2-cycle hedge trimmer. For some reason the gas tank leaks or the cap leaks or some crap, I don't know, it always does. So full choke, We gotta turn that on, lock that. Half choke. A little more prime. I never thought this would be the hardest one. Almost lost my hand. But again, it purrs pretty nicely. Do you know how much I hate two-cycle engines? I really hate two-cycle engines. But you don't want this in a 4, because that's real heavy, and this is heavy enough. Oh my. And my old mower, only time I started this was exactly 1 year ago today, when I started it up for the first time in like 2 years, but something tells me I'm not going to be as lucky this time. Anyway, if you remember that video, I put fuel in it because it was empty. The amount of fuel I put in, I didn't run it for that long. So it either leaks or evaporates or some crap, I don't know. But it's empty again. It's got cobwebs all over it. There's enough oil in it. Wiggle that guy. Primer bulb is real slow to return as usual. The uppy defeat mechanism is in place. It's got compression. Not much pull left on that. Something fucked with the shit on it somewhere. And a lot of times the fuel doesn't want to go in it, go in the carb and take the primer out. Okay, next trick. Lift her up. And prime her a couple times. And sometimes that does it. This one's going to wear me out. Well, there's the plug. I don't know how well it's focusing on it, probably not too well, but it's not wet, it's not disgusting. So that's going to be a fuel delivery issue. All right, take 47. I think we're getting close now. So for all you cranker wankers out there, this one looks like it's a no start. Last chance, because I'm getting tired of pulling this damn thing. Okay, I give up. I can't anymore. We'll try something else. Okay, I've been waiting a long time to fire the generator up. I know there's oil in it. I know you got to put the switch on. Now you got to turn the fuel on. Full choke. Okay, we got compression. Everything looks good. Ready to give her a shot. Last year's stale fuel, whatever's left in the tank, if it'll even run on it. Well, it may need fuel. So, I don't know. I mean, the thing says it's completely empty, but I knew that. Dump in the rest of the fuel I got here. Well, the needle is registering now. So maybe switch is on, everything's good. Oh, that's probably a good sign. Try again. Out of fuel, damn it! But it runs real nice. That's all it was, just fuel. So I'm gonna let it warm up a bit and pull the choke off, but before I do that, I don't want to put a really big load, so I'll just put this on it for now. Okay, now we know we're good. My old Brute air compressor that's impossible to start. It sat all winter. It's got oil in it, so maybe we got half a shot if China didn't decide the capacitor to start the motor was bad this year. So we'll give it a shot. I know it really bogs down the generator, but we'll give her a shot. She fired. It's actually working. There we go. Wow, that was loud. My goodness. Just for fun, I also wanted to show you how the automatic throttle over here works. You can see that lever, how it moves like that. There's basically a wing against almost like a fan looking thing on top of the engine there, or wherever it is inside, and the faster the engine runs, the more air it blows against that, and that pushes that out, or some crap. I forget exactly how it works. Anyway, when the engine slows down, the amount of airflow is less, so that swings in because it's spring loaded, and that tugs on the throttle and says give me more gas. So what I'm going to do is I'll pull the safety valve on that, but obviously I got to start this back up, and I'll try to put the camera on it in time so you could see it, otherwise this whole video is for nothing. So yeah, we're ready. Oh, we need a little more choke because it's been off for a while. Still kind of cold out, so there we go. Now watch that lever. So you can see how it yanks on that. In order to speed the engine up to overcome the load that the compressor is placing on it. So anyway, for the made in China Harbor Freight goodness, except for the Brute, which is still just made in China, that all worked. I'm still pissed the old mower wouldn't run though, but I do have a little surprise, which will be another video. I couldn't help myself. I had to pick this guy up. The little Harbor Freight 2-cycle, 88 bucks. I couldn't leave it in the store. I got a lot of cleaning up to do now. All my gas cans, all the stuff here, all the equipment. As much as I'd like to run everything, I'm still tired from pulling the rope on that fucking thing, so I don't know. I'll play with it. I'll take the carburetor apart and whatever. So we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, it's real nice without that tree there, because now this sun just comes right down and it's beautiful. The only thing that we didn't have in this video that we had last year is over in the sump there. I know he's back because I hear him in the morning sometimes. I call him the Bougainville bird because his bird call sounds like Bougainville. It's actually the red-winged blackbird that makes that. You could just Google or YouTube that or some crap. And he likes to stay in wooded areas, so because that's kind of wooded. He's there. He's also down in the preserve, way down, but we haven't been there yet this year. Probably going sometime next week even. There was a small engine run-up of 2014 and the compressors. Oh, and just because I can, here's my Campbell-Hausfeld. It's been holding air. I mean, it has such a tiny, tiny leak because I can tell the gauge is down, but it's still at what, about 100 or so, so it never really goes below that. But that's been holding up, and it never kicked on by itself. I did have to use it a couple times through the winter, and it was not happy because, I mean, we had some negative temperatures going on this year practically, and even though it was in the garage, it was still icy, and it did not want to necessarily start up. So let's shut it, let some air out. That ought to be enough. And if you look in the grill there, you can see the fan motor, or the fan for the motor, or whatever. When it would try to start, it would hum, and it would turn very slowly, like half a revolution, and then it would fire. So here we go. Like that. Just like that. But that, of course, is the made in China capacitor. There you go, all filled up. And it doesn't fill much past there, which is fine, really. And it doesn't go much below that. This is the air hose that I had hooked up. I couldn't even get to it. I couldn't even do anything because this is a PVC hose, and you don't want that kind. The orange one is PVC. It's exactly the same thing, but the flexibility just isn't there. You can see, I mean, it moves, but it's still like stiff. So it's even still too cold for me to really wind it up properly in that. So anyway, I'll just kind of throw it in the corner here. We're going to be cleaning out the garage soon and go through all my junk and stuff here and things like that. I still got to do an autopsy on the old Campbell-Hausfeld, or Black Cat product, excuse me, pressure washer that died. So anyway, well, it's time to clean up, put everything away. I think I'll give the mower one last try just to pull my back out or something. If I get it to run, I'll record it. Otherwise, thanks again for watching another entirely way too long, drawn-out, babbling bullshit with Jay video. And we'll see you next time. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Take care. Back. There he was. Boogie V! There he is. I can't see him. I love Bougainville. I don't know where I came up with that, but I love the Bougainville bird. A lot of people say, you know, robin is the first sign of spring. No, this is when you know it's spring, because this guy don't come out any other time.